This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, hello, everybody, and welcome back to what is another video on what is a scorching Thursday afternoon here in Newman Towers. Thank you very much for taking the time to join me in this video. It's very much appreciated. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to still stay on the Classic Watch 24 trail today. The upcoming Irish Oaks this weekend has, in my view, cut up quite badly, it's fair to say. So what I needed to do is take a quick look at the race and see if we can get any last-minute Classic Watch 2024 possibles onto the site ahead of the race at the Curragh this Saturday. Before we take a look at the horse today, classicwatch24.great/site.net is the place where people can find Classic Watch 24. The Roll of Honour hasn't really been updated for a while. It's been a long season and there's been so many horses identified. Once horses are put onto the site, then yes, their pattern race victories are put on the site. But the problem we have is just finding the time to update the horses and victories that are already on the site that have been taken out pattern races. That's where it has fallen down. I don't think any of our classic winners, for instance, are even on the site. We've got the Japanese guineas on there, Stellenbosch and Justin Milano. But then, you see, there isn't much. There's no like Kentucky Oaks on there or anything. There's plenty of updating to do, it's fair to say. classicwatch24.great/site.net is the place for these horses. So without further ado, we're going to take a look at the horse I've got for you today. Slim pickings, like I said, in this year's Irish Oaks. I think the race is the worst classic that I've taken a look at this year so far. But it is still a classic that needs taking out. So that is what we are going to try and do with a horse that is entered for the race. And it seems as though there is a fair chance of the horse taking its chance. And the horse in question is the National Hunt trainer, Willie Mullins. Trained Wathnan Racing owned filly, Lope De Lilas. You'll see they're sired by Lope de Vega, a dual classic winning stallion in France this year, out of a dam called Golden Gazelle, who herself is sired by the legendary sire Galileo. Another one bred by Gustav Emmerland. You'll see some of the stallions and the dams are out of Gustav Emmerland. I think you'll see as we go back in the pedigree. Lope De Lilas, the form. It's another one really, rather like Matsuri we took a look at in the Irish Derby. The horse hasn't even ran in a pattern race. It was beaten once, went 5th out of 11 at 2 at Galway, and then came back in May 2024 at Leopardstown, winning a 10 furlong maiden by 2 1/4 lengths, running to a mark of 95 on only her second start. I mean, I don't know whether the filly has had a setback until then or she has been aimed at this race in particular, but that's the only 2 times she has ran in her career. So again, rather like Matsuri, a massive step up in class from outside of Pattern Company into a classic. So what people need to do, in my view, is take a good look at the pedigree and see what they've got. You know, they have to look and see what they've got and see if they think this horse is capable of stepping up into Pattern Company at some point and making her presence felt. So that's what I'm going to do now. You see this site here, Lope De Lilas has got the horse has not even run in at all. But all we need off this site is the family number, which is Family 1E. Lope De Lilas. The horse has actually raced twice. This site hasn't got her down as racing. What we'll do in the usual fashion is we'll take a look probably at the first 5 dams of the horse and we'll pick up any relatives along the way we can find. Then we will watch the horse win and then we can all get on with our lives, I think. All right, the first dam of the horse, Lope De Lilas, is a horse called Golden Gazelle, foaled in 2013. sired by Galileo out of a dam called Grey Lilas. You'll see there, Golden Gazelle only won one of her 8 starts, and that was the only time she managed to get in the first 3, winning €16,750 in France and Germany when trained by Peter Schergen. What she is, though, is she is quite a very nicely bred horse, really, herself. If you take this section on in isolation, Golden Lilac by Galileo out of Grey Lilas, a classic winner. Golden Lilac won 6 out of her 10 starts in the first 3 in 8 out of 10 starts, winning over €1 million, €1,065,250 in France. People will see that she's a dual classic winner, winning the French 1,000 guineas and the French Oaks of 2011, as well as taking out the Prix de la Grotte as well, the Group 3 at Longchamp. At 4, there was another Group 1 when she took out the Prix d'Ispahan at Longchamp, and she also finished second in the Group 1 Prix Rothschild at 4, before going to the paddocks, where sadly she hasn't really seemed to have bred any pattern race horses at this point. Very good horse on the track though, and a full sister to the dam of Lope De Lilas, Golden Gazelle. The second dam herself we'll take a look at now. No, we won't. We've got another horse we found, Palombe. Rothschild horse. I remember this one going round a few years back, a mare. Foaled in 2014, sired by Nathaniel out of Grey Lily. People will see that Grey Lilas is the second dam of Grey Lily. Palombe won 2 out of our 13 starts, finishing in the first 3 in 8 of 13 starts, winning €156,470. People see there that Palombe at 4, she won the listed Prix Gold River, and she was also placed in 3 Group 2 races, the Prix de Pomont, the Prix de Royaillou, and the Prix Maurice de Noy, as well as another listed race in Germany, and trained by Andre Fabre and owned by the Rothschilds. So again, you see, there looks to be a definite stamina on this pedigree from what we can already ascertain from the minimum horses that we've found that have reached the level that we're looking at. Golden Guepard is another horse, foaled in 2011. People see that he is also directly out of Grey Lilas and sired by Arc winner Hurricane Run. A horse that won 5 out of 19 starts in the first 3 in 10 of 19, in the first 2 actually, in 10 of 19 starts, winning €140,250 in France. You'll see at 3, winner of the listed Prix de Lavra, and he was also 4th. He was also 4th, sorry, in the Grade 2 Prix Grafoil. So a listed winner as well, also out of the second dam, Grey Lilas, half sister to our dam. The second dam of the horse, Grey Lilas herself, foaled in 2001 out of Danehill, out of a dam called Kenmist. Another good horse. Grey Lilas was never out of the first 3 in only one of her 9 starts. 8 of 9 starts in the first 3, winning €460,030. People see there, Grey Lilas, winner of the Prix Moulin. Group 1, also a Group 3 winner of the Prix de la Grotte. Group 3 winner, Prix de la Nonette. And she also won the Prix de Louvre. Second in the French 1,000 guineas of 2004, and also second in the Prix de l'Opera. And third, also in the French Oaks of 2004. Multiple black type producer, as we've already seen. So we're off to a fairly strong start, I think it's fair to say, with Lope De Lilas. When we take a look at the first 2 dams, we've got a classic winner, a Moulin winner, classic placed horse as well. Unfortunately, I think that's probably the best we've got. We're going to take a look at a few more of the other horses, but normally with some of the horses we look at in Classic Watch 2024, the pedigree gets better the longer, the further people go back. I mean, I don't think this is the case necessarily with this one. It seems to have hit its peak around the 2000s with Grey Lilas and Golden Lilac. You know, we're still going to take a look at what we've got without any shadow of a doubt. With Kandahar Run is a half sister to the second dam of the horse, also out of Kenmist. sired by Rock of Gibraltar. You'll see there that Kent Kandahar 1 was a listed winner, winning the Newmarket Stakes. Only out the first two in 5 of his 7 starts in the first two, earning £49,073 in the UK. Winner of the listed Newmarket Stakes. I think it was trained by Henry Cecil, I think. You'll see there Ken Mist is also the dam of that. Went to stand at stud in 2015 in France and Germany. He stood in France mainly after 2015. Sired very average horses, really. Mainly on the flat. And a couple of National Hunt horses. No stakes winners. And unfortunately, I couldn't find a record of him on the Aryan pedigrees as well to find out exactly how many horses the stallion has sired. But like you say, a half-sister to Grey Lilas, Group 1 winner, more than welcome to take a go, it's fair to say, at stud. Cloudy Dawn, a filly, foaled in 2018, sired by Kodiak. People will see that Ken Mist is the second dam of this horse through a dam called In the Mist. Cloudy Dawn, another quite prolific horse, in the first 3 in 6 of her 7 starts, winning £61,409 in Great Britain, France and the USA. 4 wins and 2/3. People see there Cloudy Dawn was a Group 3 winner in France of the 2021 Prix de l'Uray and was also second in 2 listed races. And she has just gone since Paddocks, the James Wigan-owned filly, and has not yet got any foals, according to the Racing Post, that have hit the track. You'll see there Ken Mist, the second dam, like I said. Next horse we've got to take a look at is Iramia, another foaled in 2012. Another George Strawbridge horse in the first 3 in 6 of 11 starts, winning twice. Winning just under $100,000. $99,674. Winner of the listed Prix Madame Jean Couturier at 3 in 2015. You'll see there, this one is also out of In the Mist, making Ken Mist the second dam of it. And this one was sired by Dan Silly. Got back now, I think, to the third dam herself. We are definitely at the third dam, I think, now of the horse. Yes, Ken Mist. Ken Mist foaled in 1994, sired by Kenmare, out of a dam called Mistral's Colette. Again, in the first 3 in 5 of her 8 starts, winning twice and winning $56,034. We'll see that Ken Mist, the listed winner of the Rosemary Stakes in Great Britain, and Group 3 placed in the Premio Baguta in Italy. So again, you've got another pattern race quality mare. The first 3 dams of the horse, Lope De Lilas, are all pattern quality mares, it's fair to say. It then tails off quite a bit. I found this horse here called Jar, a gelding, sired by Naniski, who is also out of the 4th dam of this horse, Mistral's Colette. But it was a gelding that raced 53 times, very durable horse, managed to win 19 of the races it ran in, placed in a further 16. So that's 25, I think. 25 of the 50, for 53, no, 19, 29, 32. 35, sorry, my mistake. 35 of the 53 starts of the horse in the first 3, winning $436,585. The gelding foaled in 1995. Among all that, he managed to win. He was placed, in some listed races. Second in the Group 3, Betty Barclay Renan in Germany. And third in the Group 3, Premio Federico Tessio in Italy. And also the listed Premio Duca d'Aosta in Italy. And a listed race, the Prix Murano in France as well, across Europe. Never managing to get his head in front in the listed in pattern company, but was placed in 4 pattern races. The 4th dam of the horse, Mistral's Colette, only won 2 of her 24 starts, but she was in the first 3 in 9 of her 24 starts, winning $134,930. Sired by Simply Great, out of a dam called Kitty's Sister, and foaled herself in 1987. You'll see there an Italian listed winner. She won the Premio Alberto Zanaletti, placed in plenty of Group 3 races in Italy as well. the Premio Baguta, the same race, I think, as the other horse, Ken Mist, was placed in. Is that right? Yes. And also placed in a couple of listed races there as well, and third in the Group 3 in Ireland, the Killabullen Stakes, and another couple of Italian Group 3s, the Premio Legnano Memorial and the Premio Baggio. But she did manage to get ahead in front in an Italian listed race. So again, really with Lope De Lilas, the first 4 dams of the horse, I think, have all proven themselves to be pattern quality at various parts across Europe. Couldn't find many relatives related to the 4th dam, General Cloney, a gelding, foaled in 1996 and also trained by Willie Mullins, funnily enough, was actually 3rd in the Triumph Hurdle among his career, earnings of 69,126. 3rd in the Triumph Hurdle at the Cheltenham Festival, 140 rated jumps horse, and it also won a listed race on the flat, the Ulster Derby handicap. I'm not sure that whole race is a listed race then, but it was in 1999 when the race was won by General Cloney, who went on to finish 3rd in the Triumph Hurdle. So not a bad horse himself. But there's just not the numbers. We're normally looking at 10, 12 or 13 relatives, aren't we? There's only one. And Kitty's sister, the 5th dam of the horse, bred by Barossa Stud in 1980, sired by Bustino. Never troubled the judge, never in the first 3 in 7 starts. So that's really the only sub-pattern race standard dam that we've got, really, the 5th dam, foaled in 1980. The first 4 have all won pattern races. There's an average, very average stallion in there. Kandahar Run, a classic winner, another Group 1 horse. But this horse, like I said, I would love to see a lot more evidence in the pedigree, like numerically, that this horse will be able to make her mark at pattern level. Lope De Lilas. I mean, we've looked at the odd 1 or 2, maybe 3, as we've gone back through the generations, but there's not really that many, is there? But the dam is related to a classic winner, and the 2nd dam did win the Moulin. So it's not all without hope that this horse is if this horse is at the top ceiling of this dam line section of 1E, that the horse could get involved here at classic level in her first start at pattern level. One of the reasons why we haven't got many other relatives is because we're on a direct line, you see here. Classic winner in 2008, Golden Lilac, means that the dam line is also quite easy to find on our legacy site. You'll see there that if there's Kitty's sister, the first dams are all there. And we're obviously a bit after Golden Lilac, with our dam being a full sister to it. So there's not really much opportunity to branch off unless people want to go all the way back to 1930. And that is why we've decided to really stop and just look at this independent section of the horse, because it nearly does go back 100 years. And if they bred classic winners, they would be on there. And if they bred stallions that are still standing at stud, I should have been able to pick them up on the Aryan Pedigree website. It's quite closely related to Blenheim. If you go back far enough, the British Derby winner of 1930. And then you've also, if you go back further than that, you're on the section that we've looked at before on this line, with Pino, Platini, Power, Footsteps in the Sand. But we've got our particular section is here. Is this Lope De Lilas a pattern quality horse? Hard to say. It's mainly due to the weakness of the race, I think, that this horse is so short for a classic in its first run at Pattern Company. What we need to do before we end the video is we'll watch the horse win back in May at Leopardstown and see what we think.
Almost loaded for the 6th one here. Over 1.25 miles thereof. It's family day at Leopardstown, Filly's maiden. Obladi out well with North Africa, attended by Finchgale Lewis, going up in between them. As the blinkered Fleetingly to just take it up. With the leaders also is Comic Book, so it's Fleetingly who goes on a length in front. Or Finchgale Lewis contesting second with North Africa and Obladi, a couple of lengths to breathe again on the inside of Comic Book, and then Lope De Lilas. Less than 2 lengths then to Vivacious Lady and Shivasi. Right across from the stands with just over 7 furlongs to go in race 6. Over 10 furlongs, It's Family Day at Leopardstown Fillies Maiden. It's fleetingly the leader from Finchgale Lewis, Obla D, Breathe Again on the inside of Comic Book, and they're tracked by Lope De Lilas. Dropping out towards the rear is North Africa, having been prominent early on. Vivacious Lady and Shavasi both towards the rear. Reaching the halfway stage is fleetingly by less than a length to Finchgale Lewis, break of 2 lengths to Obla D, who's just third from Breathe Again, and then Vivacious Lady, Comic Book, Lope De Lilas 2 behind. Shavasi, and now the back marker is North African. Less than 4 furlongs to go, a little more spaced out. It's fleetingly from Finchgale Lewis, 2 in front of Obla D, who gets a shake of the reins, then Breathe Again. Lope De Lilas on the outside of Comic Book, coming under pressure is Vivacious Lady, and then Shavasi in North Africa. Heading uphill for the turn into the straight with 2.5 furlongs to go. It's fleetingly turning in with a slender advantage over Finchgale Lewis, being followed by Obla D. Lope De Lilas closing on the outside, and then Breathe Again, Vivacious Lady, Comic Book, Shavasi, North Africa. Fleetingly is headed by both Lope De Lilas and Finchgale Lewis. Gone on from Obla D and then Breathe Again, and it's Lope De Lilas who hits the front from Finchgale Lewis. Shaking off in third place is fleetingly, and it's Lope De Lilas is a second for Colin Keane. Lope De Lilas won smartly from Finchgale Lewis, fleetingly, Obla D, North Africa.
I think with that performance there in a May Maiden can only be described as workmanlike, it's fair to say. You'll notice there that the horse raced in different colours there and has since been purchased by Wathnan Racing. I'm not sure really Wathnan Racing have got that many horses in Ireland. But what they have now with this horse is a foothold in one of the leading national hunt yards in Ireland. We're putting this horse in the care of trainer Willie Mullins. Like I said, workmanlike performance there, big improvement, running to a mark of 95 after running to 72 on her first start. Maybe a performance in the early 100 and teens might be good enough to take out this Irish Oaks. Look in at what has turned up. So despite having raced in a pattern race, Lope De Lilas might not have as much to find as people think. And it will be interesting to see how the filly gets on if she is allowed. And it's looking like she's going to take her chance. If she is allowed to take her chance in the upcoming Irish Oaks this weekend. Right, we can end this video now. What I will do is I will include a playlist, all the Classic Watch 2024 horses. I will include an opportunity for those people to look at the pedigrees of the horses that are already on the site. And also, I will give everybody an opportunity who has watched this video and has chosen not to subscribe to the channel, an opportunity to do so and subscribe. But for now, I will leave this video here. Thank you very much, everybody, for taking the time to watch the video. It'll be very interesting to see if Lope De Lilas can get involved and even maybe add the Irish Oaks to the roll of honour of Classic Watch 24 at some point. But for now, I will leave this video here. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic day. Stay out of the sun if it's not for you. Promising to get hotter a bit in the UK on Friday tomorrow. But for now, take care, everybody. Have a fantastic day and goodbye.